welcome back to the channel where we talk all things wedding. This week, I did the doom scrolling for you, and I'm gonna share with you some of the best videos of BrideTok this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I share wedding tips and entertainment videos every Friday. All right, so this first video was so relatable for me as a wedding photographer, and I just thought it was hilarious. I think you need to see it.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
Yeah, so I have seen this happen so many times where I have a bridesmaid with an RBF and every single photo from the ceremony or from her walking down the aisle is just like looking like she's having the absolute worst time. And like as a wedding photographer, I really want to make those photos as flattering as possible, but some of y'all don't give me much to work with if you are making that RBF face the whole time. So definitely a little reminder for my gals, especially if you know you tend to have an RBF, when you're walking down the aisle especially, and when you're standing up there, if you are standing for the whole ceremony, try to remember to just keep that smile on your face as much as possible. You'll thank me later because the photos are going to be a lot better. Again, I don't know how many of my bridesmaids or groomsmen really end up downloading any photos of themselves standing there, but some of you may want to. So I think it's just definitely like hilarious when I see this happen. But yeah, keep it in mind and keep those shoulders back. I have so many bridesmaids that are like, oh my gosh, why was my posture like that the whole ceremony? So I know it's a lot to think about, but try to remember that you're gonna be on camera for all of that time. This video needs no introduction. You just have to see this.
And now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice.
Okay, props, first of all, to the gal that was making sure that it got into not only the photos, but the live stream as well. That is so creative, and I just love this reminder for all my brides that you have free will. You can wear whatever you want on your wedding day. You can design the veil however you want. I think this is amazing, and if I can find maybe the person on Etsy that made this or where she found this, I will 100% recommend it in the description because that's just so great, especially if you're a meme bride, you know, you gotta do something funny like that. That's awesome.
Listen to me right now. Excuse me.
I love this. She is coming in so hot and she deserves to. She is the bride. She has planned this whole time.
I paid a lot of money for you people to be on the dance floor. If I don't see you bitches on the dance floor, y'all can go home.
Dance or go home. Okay, I love that the guests also just hop to it. I love this energy from the bride. She's like, listen, I paid for you all to be here. I gave you free dinner and drinks, like, but you have to get on the dance floor. I just love this so much. I've seen so many couples do this, and I feel like you have every right to, because it's supposed to be a celebration, and if people aren't celebrating, they need to celebrate or go home. So this is so great. And you may have to tell your DJ, or maybe you do this yourself, but if your guests aren't dancing, you have the power to change that. Don't be afraid to speak up on your wedding day if people aren't doing what you want them to do.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
That's amazing, Div.
Right now, you can save
No, no, oh no, the wave fell on them. Love that coordinator, whoever that was, running immediately onto the scene. Everybody really played a great role in making this possible, like helping out. That was probably the quickest recovery that I've seen for that situation. So great job to everyone who jumped in to help. I cannot. I will tell you as a wedding photographer how many times I've seen parts of the decor of the ceremony falling or blowing away with the wind or knocking over in the middle of the ceremony. And so this is not a unique experience, unfortunately. Although this is an indoor ceremony, usually the wind is the culprit. So I don't really know what happened here, but do not forget to weigh down all of your wedding decor, especially if it's outside. The amount of times that I see couples spending hundreds of dollars on signage just for it to get blown by one gust of wind and like land in a puddle somewhere or something. It happens so much. I would say probably like 80% of outdoor weddings, I see the decor blow away in the wind at some point. So just keep this in mind. Make sure stuff is weighed down. I know for our outdoor ceremony, we put like some huge stones on top of the arbor to make sure that that bottom part was supported, because I didn't want none of that happening for my wedding day. Keep it in mind because it will happen if you do not put something weight bearing or maybe some stakes into the ground. Like you paid way too much money to just have your signage be flowing away or knocking over. Keep it in mind. Did they order these suits from Temu? What is this? No. Okay, I love that they're obviously laughing about this. I just think anytime that a whole group of men are given something to plan and coordinate together in terms of outfits, it's gonna be a disaster. Somebody should have warned them that they should try the clothes on ahead of time. I had one wedding where it was a whole group of firefighters and a few of their suits came with like rips in them, and they were like so frustrated. It was the day of, and everyone was scrambling to get suits that weren't gonna show off their butt cracks, and it was just craziness. So guys, you have to prepare ahead of time and watch a YouTube video about how to put your boutonnieres on. Do you know how many wedding days get held up by the groomsmen having no clue how to put a boutonniere on? And so it's always the last minute. I, as the photographer, somehow always end up putting on like 12 boutonnieres and stabbing myself in the fingers because obviously I'm the person behind the camera. I am not meant to be handling delicate florals and needles. Like, it's just, that's not me. It's not what I signed up for, but I do end up having to do it anyway. So just make sure the groomsmen know what's going on. It's just gonna save you a lot of stress on the day of. I love one of the comments that said, how far in advance did y'all start planning? During childhood? Like, yeah, it looks like they maybe had those suits for their high school prom or something. That's so great though. I wanna know what they did. Like, what would you do in that situation? Let me know in the comments. Okay, Uncle Joe really thought his iPhone footage was more important. No. I would be so tight. I will say this year, for some reason, the guests have been absolute menaces with their iPhones. This has been the worst season I've experienced yet as a wedding photographer, of guests just down the center aisle with their iPhones, even when it's said to be an unplugged ceremony. I've been like flabbergasted watching this happen. Last wedding I was at, there was like 12 guests standing in front of me as the bride came down with their iPhones held like way above their heads just to try to get some really blurry, pixelated photo of the bride when she was like way at the end of the aisle trying to walk down. And I was like just absolutely shocked and disturbed. So I don't know what we got to do about this. As a wedding photographer, I've been the one to have to be the bad guy, to be like, literally telling guests to put their phones down if my bride and groom have specifically told me that it's an unplugged ceremony. I'm not afraid to get on people's bad side if it's something that the bride and groom really want, because this is just ridiculous. People must be stopped. Like, your Facebook post is not the priority here. I love how one person commented, as a bride, I will invoice family members the photographer bill if they get in the way. I didn't pay $4K for my Uncle Scott to get in the way of my photos. Yes, queen, that is the energy we need. You should be invoicing family members that are going to ruin the shots. It's horrible, and I feel like it just dates the photos. Like, in 20 years from now, everybody's gonna see those little screens in the ceremony photos, and it's just gonna be like, what the heck is that, grandma? And you know what I mean? So just don't do it. Just please, please, for the love of God, do not do it. I'm so petty. Sometimes I just get in front of whatever guest is taking iPhone photos, and I'll just stand there for a little bit during the ceremony while I get my shot, just so that I can block theirs. I'm sorry, I know it's petty, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. So real. So real. So real. Like, no one prepares you for that feeling right before you walk down the aisle. I don't really get a lot of stage fright. Like, I've always been like public speaking, singing in front of people. So like the idea of walking down the aisle never really scared me. And then I just remember like 5 minutes before, I was just absolutely panicking. Like, the nerves just hit you. Like, the weight of that moment before you go down the aisle is crazy. So I completely understand. This bride obviously didn't watch my last video because I talk about how to help with the nerves on the wedding day. So if you feel like you need that video, definitely check it out after this video, and like and subscribe if you're a shy bride that needs a little advice on how to manage those nerves on the wedding day. I just love the way her bridesmaids were all like surrounding her, hyping her up, fanning her, giving her water. Like, that's the energy you want from your bridal party, and only select friends that are gonna do that kind of stuff for you. The girls that are gonna be squatting on the floor with you, holding your hand while you're having a panic attack before coming down the aisle, like, that is the friends that you want around on your wedding day. One comment says, it's okay, I was vomiting. Another one says, when I get nervous, I have to poop. I hope I don't have to come out of my dress right before. I love this comment. She says, same. I was sitting in a chair having people feed me cookies and fanning me with my Stanley in the other hand. I had to call my fiance before we walked down because I was so nervous to calm my nerves. Aw, that's actually so sweet. That's the greatest feeling, is when you're walking down the aisle, like all the jitters beforehand just get calmed when you actually see your person. Like as soon as it's like the two of you looking at each other, it's like all the other nerves just melt away. So as much as the anxiety right before walking down the aisle is real, also seeing your person is just gonna calm you down so much. So I love the fact that she had to call him before she even went down the aisle. Like, yes, I so support that. I love that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, help out a small creator as I'm trying to grow my channel and help a lot more brides plan their special day. And here's another video I think you might like.